way, Ralph. That's according to a Sherman Oaks, California man who says his Cocker Spaniel turned 22 on New Year's Day. I mean, that is up there. That's about what they say. It's 7 every dog year is a human year? Mm-hmm. Is that accurate?
Yeah, that's what
something
they say.
like that.
Man, that's a goat. That's 154 years.
Yeah.
The owner, an optometrist named Norm Steinberg, says the one thing preventing Uno from being entered into the Guinness Book of World Records is the lack of a formal American Kennel Club record of birth. Hell, just declare him. Come on, Guinness. Have another beer and just call Uno the oldest ever. What the hell?
Well, they have to be sticklers for the detail, you see.
Now, how about this? Carnival Cruise Line's putting an end to the so-called Cougar cruises.
Why?
Well, that's
Isn't that
USA
what they're
Today
supposed to be about?
Reports that the line has banned the excursion in the wake of what was billed as the world's first Cougar cruise last month. The 3-night romp on the Carnival Elation was targeted at cougars, who, of course, for those who don't know, are the older women who pursue the younger dudes. I don't get this. Cruise organizers claim the event was a smash sellout. Then why cancel it?
They probably ran out of booze.
Yeah.
With the all-you-can drink.
But I mean, was somebody offended by this? Did it not sit right?
Yes, probably. It probably offended one person.
Everybody's
and
offended by something.
It
Some
will
fat
not happen
pig
again.
Who can't get a guy?
Probably.
The one woman on the boat who didn't get laid.
Yeah, you're probably right. Boy, you would feel kind of bad.
That would suck.
You?
You're on a cougar cruise.
How would you like to get back to land and tell all your friends about that? How was your cruise there, Ernestine?
Yeah, at that point, you just have to lie.
That'd be like her
hell
not being
yeah,
able to
I'd
get
make
any
up.
if she owned a cucumber farm.
Okay, and on that note, Avatar turning into one of the biggest films of all time. You see the numbers on this? The new James Cameron, I know he's a close personal friend of yours.
Yeah.
Earned $48.5 million this weekend in North America. I believe it's closing in. That's the fourth straight week. It was number one. It's closing in on $500 million in North America. And it's $1.3 billion. Whew. Sherlock Holmes coming in at number 2.
Yeah.
But that is, I mean, boy, I tell you, Avatar. That's a lot of money.
Well, it's racist, of course, though.
Yes.
Well, now it
the
is.
issue.
Mm-hmm. Well, everything over time becomes
you have the
racist.
details on that. Avatar's racist. Oh, God.
Let me see if
because
I can
it's
find it real
about some
fast.
sort of blue society. What are we? We're anti-Smurf and Blue Man group.
Everything. If you give it long enough, everything will be racist.
Okay, it says, let's see. Avatar is being criticized by a small but vocal group of people who allege it contains racist themes. The white hero once again saving the primitive natives.
Just laugh, Ralph. It's all you can do.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's no reason there.
Ay.
And when we continue before our sports headlines, oh boy, this is bad. An inmate suing a magazine for refusing his subscription.
I saw that.
Yes, because he has rights.
And I did see that.
How's Sally quick to the punch there?
I'm sorry. Well, did you see what he's in there for? Thank you very much.
No, I did not. I will admit, I just saw the magazine. Okay. Wow, Sal.
Well, he'll never say, I never thought this would happen to me.
Let me guess. I wonder what he could be in there for.
Once he got in there, I guarantee you he thought it would happen to him. But did you see the first promos for the Super Bowl, the Who? They haven't backed off.
No, they haven't. They're pounding them out there now.
Right. I think it was right before the Play 60 promo for the kids. That's going to be very interesting.
And for the record, it was an interesting question because when we were watching that, the Who Rock Honors, when my middle son was watching that with me, and I was trying to explain to him that Keith Moon, boy, he was a piece. Mm-hmm. And John Entwistle are no longer with us. He's like, well, how can the Who play? They're dead. I'm like, no. I
Just
said,
half.
And it was great, though. I said to him, I said, well, 2 of them are still alive. And he goes, the singer. And I said, yes. And he goes, the guitar player. Yeah, you're right. He goes, you can fill in with anybody in those other 2.
Damn. Boy, rhythm sectioners all over the world are pissed about that.
Sorry, but that was Michael, in case you wondered.
They're just 2, white British dudes with no rhythm.
Right. Boy,
That's not good.
Keith Moon, I tell you what, he was a hell of a drummer.
Yeah, he was. He was nuts.
I think that was why he was such a good. He was just nuts.
Yeah.
Isn't that who Animal is based on in the Muppets? I think he's based off of Keith Moon.
He just goes, wow.
That's the sort of thing I know.
I knew that too.
Oh,
by the way, you probably don't have a chance of living long when you're an addict of sex, alcohol, and drugs.
Yes.
Just for the record, that is not
rock and roll.
Well, don't forget he also took horse tranquilizers.
Oh, yeah.
Remember that?
He was
every now and again when I need to settle down, I go out to the barn
Keith Moon,
for a tranquilizer.
in the next hour, I'll relay the story. Maybe you've heard it or not. Involved in one of the greatest pranks I've ever heard of.
Really?
Yeah.
Speaking of stories, when are you going to tell me too? You didn't all week last week.
Huh?
Never got to the story about the horse.
You wouldn't let me.
You didn't do it.
Actually, I have two that I wanted to get to. You wouldn't. I couldn't get a word in edgewise.
Okay, I'll go and shut up. How
I'll
about
let you
time
do
for some
that 'cause I got
96
lots of
Rock?
traffic.
Okay, I'm done.
Thank you. 75 South, a parking lot from St. Rita's to an accident just past Paddock. Only the left lane is open. Now, a car went under a semi. It has been towed away, but the semi is still there in the way. From Sharon to the Lateral, at least a 45-minute delay. If you want to go 71 instead, 275 eastbound is fine, but 71 is pretty jammed from Fields Erdel to Pfeiffer, an extra 15 minutes or so, 71 South. The Walton ramp to get onto 75 North, a 5-car accident, pretty much still has that ramp blocked. Westwood Northern, just before Baltimore, the right lane is blocked by an accident there. Dorchester at Auburn, a Metro bus wreck. Blue Rock at Coleraine, an accident. And in North College Hill, an accident at Hamilton Avenue. It's near Galbraith. The southbound lanes of Hamilton are blocked. If you see anything else, Angie's at 241 Cars, 241-2277. Cloudy today, some snow showers during the afternoon and evening. Accumulation up to an inch possible today with a high near 29. Tomorrow, flurries, otherwise becoming partly sunny by the afternoon. A high tomorrow 31, and Wednesday mostly clear and a high 37. Right now it's cloudy and 19.
Sally, go figure. There are more accidents today with no snowfall than there were a couple days last week than we had it.
I know. I don't get it.
7:35. I am Gamble. He is Finn.
I'm Sister Karen. It's the Violent Femmes.
On Cincinnati's Pure Rock, 96 Rock.
Mornings on 96 Rock.
7:41. Gamble, Finn, and the sister on this Monday morn. Don't forget, coming up at 8:05, Paul Doherty from the Inquirer, Cincinnati.com, SI.com. The columnist will join us. Get Doc's perspective on the Bengals and how you build around, as he has suggested, Carson Palmer.
And I think he's right. I mean, you got to give the guy one last hurrah, if nothing else. Give him everything that he needs to do what needs to be done. I mean, again, Cedric Benson could have run for 400 yards on Saturday. It wouldn't have mattered. You got to have the passing.
400, it would have mattered.
No.
That's a lot.
No.
Hell, that's three more times a football field,
That doesn't guarantee touchdowns. My point is you got to have all those other weapons.
But let me ask you this, though. Everybody says you win with running the football and good defense. Well, the Bengals, for the most part this year, had both.
Yeah, but you have to have the passing game as a deterrent to just focusing on the run. I mean, Joe just said it a little bit ago.
Green Bay yesterday.
You put all those guys in the box and put one on Chad, and you're done.
Green Bay scored 45 yesterday. I don't think they ran it once. Now, did you see the Ravens, though? Joe Flacco had 40 yards passing.
Yeah. What did New England had given up 6 rushing touchdowns all year, and they gave up 4 yesterday.
Well, I'll tell you what, they looked as bad of a Bill Belichick coach team as I've ever seen.
Yeah, they did not look good.
Because they had Sally Brady at quarterback, tap dancing around out there, thinking of Giselle. I would be too.
Did you see this? Shane Graham apparently tried to commit suicide on Sunday.
What?
Couldn't kick the chair out from under himself.
That's terrible.
See, now we don't need that kind of stuff.
It came from a Bengals fan on the Twitter.
No, we don't need
that. It didn't come from me.
We don't need that.
What?
That's funny.
Hey, how about a Florida inmate? He's taking legal action after he's been denied the pleasure of reading one of his favorite publications. The New York Daily News is reporting that Jorge Niebla filed a lawsuit in Manhattan federal court against Penthouse magazine,
which still exists,
after they refused to send him a subscription. Niebla is serving 13 life sentences because he'll live 12 more times for kidnapping and armed robbery. He writes in the lawsuit that he would like to, quote, purchase the magazine, but staff are being prejudiced. He can't even, he's obviously well-schooled, and don't have respect for his basic rights. Screw your rights, Jorge. Penthouse wasn't available for comment on the lawsuit, but I'll add for you, Jorge, you ain't getting your magazine. Close your eyes and visualize. That's all you're going to get. Worthless piece of crap. Once again, the justice system, 13 life sentences. That makes a lot of sense. Yep. How about you serve one and fill it?
One doesn't guarantee Yeah.
See, that's garbage.
13 is their way of saying no parole, no nothing for you, Jorge.
13 is their way of saying the system, Jorge, is so screwed up, we're keeping you in.
How about somebody kidnap him and then we won't have to know what happened to him?
No, there you go.
There you go. Okay. Why don't you get on that, Sally?
I will.
Okay. All right, let's check some sports headlines, shall we? NFL wildcard weekend is over. I think the Arizona-Green Bay, had that game gone to overtime like the college format, it'd still be going on.
Yeah.
Whew, man.
What a slugfest. What a prize fight.
51-45. The Cardinals do prevail when Carlos Dansby returns an Aaron Rodgers fumble, 17 yards for a TD. Green Bay had won the toss and looked like after the crier Neil Rackers, former Bengal, which means he's a loser. Tell you, you get Bengalized, man.